I don't hate cops. Just don't get me wrong. I really want, like, I'm really somebody that's in the community and stuff like that. I just, like, again, I talk about accountability, you know?
Stop bending my arm!
Get in the car.
Stop choking me!
Get in the car.
Oh my God! Get your hands off of me!
Hey.
Get your hands
Turn
off
your
of
face
me!
away from me. I don't want you spitting on me.
Have you ever seen police attack a car crash victim instead of helping them? Imagine witnessing emergency responders transform from lifesavers into aggressors. In today's Audit Archive, officers pinned down and tased an injured woman who had just survived an accident. This shocking case will make you question police priorities.
No search.
I'm not searching
to anything.
Our first case of the day involves an incident where an officer conducted an unlawful traffic stop and lied to a supervising officer. On August 17, 2024, in Chatham County, Georgia, an officer was patrolling a neighborhood in his cruiser looking for a suspect when he suddenly spotted a vehicle approaching an intersection. Although everything seemed to be in order, the officer immediately gave chase to him and pulled him over. The following footage showcases the two passing by each other at the intersection.
Where you flies? Stop!
Your incident has been updated.
Why are we driving so fast, dude? Driver's license, proof of insurance. Nine-one. Start me a supervisor is requesting one. Driver's license, proof of insurance. Driver's license, proof of insurance. Go ahead and step out. He's en route. Go ahead and step out. Go ahead and step out for me. He's en route, but you're gonna go ahead and step out.
Why am I stepping out the car?
Listen, because you traffic offense, traffic stop. You were speeding, reckless driving through a neighborhood.
I was speeding,
Okay.
reckless driving through a neighborhood.
So go ahead and step out of the car.
See me speed, reckless
Go
driving
ahead and
through a
step out of the
neighborhood,
car.
Sir, how did you see me reckless driving through a neighborhood, sir?
This
Sir,
does not need to go the way it's gonna go.
Sir,
but it's gonna go that way.
Which way is it gonna go?
You're gonna go to jail.
For what?
For resisting.
What
This
did
is
I
a
resist?
lawful traffic stop. Just hand me your driver's license. My supervisor's en route.
Sir.
As shown multiple times in the footage, the man was driving within the speed limit and perhaps even slower than the officer. Despite this, he pulled him over to conduct a lawful traffic stop. Obviously, though, all he was really doing was violating the man's fourth constitutional rights, which protects him against unreasonable seizures. On top of this, he was evidently escalating the situation to the point where he was trying to get the man to lash out.
I don't consent to no search.
I'm not searching you.
I don't consent to anything.
I'm not searching you. This is a lawful traffic stop. So hand me your driver's license, please.
Your officer get here, but
you
sir,
cannot
you did
delay
not
my
do
traffic
a
stop. My sergeant is en route.
You did not do a traffic. First of all, sir,
that's why my license sirens are on.
Sir, you was coming towards me. Was your body cam on?
I absolutely was the entire time.
Okay.
And my dash camera was running.
Where did you see me?
Recorded.
Where did you see me driving reckless, sir?
Right there. Right there.
Where?
On the road that you were coming down at a high rate of speed. Okay?
I'm
speed detection certified.
You have a radar in your car?
I do.
So how fast was I going?
Driver's license, proof of insurance.
How fast was I going?
You're about to catch an obstruction charge.
I'm not catching. How would I?
Driver's license.
Obstruction charge? I'm asking you a question.
Listen.
I'm asking you a question, sir.
Listen.
First of all, I'm on my property, sir.
Okay.
That's another.
I stopped you in the road.
You did not stop me. You were turning the corner and you blew lights. That didn't mean you was coming to stop me. That did not mean you was coming to stop me, sir.
Okay.
That did not mean you was coming to stop me, sir. If you was gonna blue light me, sir, you should have came around and you should have blue light me. I'm turning the corner. You made blue lights. I didn't know that was a traffic stop.
Driver's license, proof of insurance.
All right, man. What,
driver's license, proof of insurance.
Well, I wait for your supervisor.
No, when drivers are refusing to identify themselves.
I'm not refusing to identify myself.
You are.
I said I would proceed when your supervisor get here.
That's not how the law works.
That's when I'm
You can request a supervisor, but you still have to continue with my traffic stop until he gets here.
I can wait till he get here.
No, you cannot. That is Georgia law.
What the officer doesn't realize, however, is that, also part of Georgia law, an illegal traffic stop occurs when an officer pulls over a vehicle without a legitimate legal reason. For example, if an officer stops a vehicle solely based on a hunch or without witnessing a violation, it may be deemed an unlawful stop. Despite knowing that the man wasn't speeding and having evidence of this from 2 camera angles, the officer continued to badger the victim and get him to comply with his orders.
so I can wait. You don't know who I am.
You've been misinformed.
Sir, you really don't know who I am.
I don't need to know who you are.
Okay, all right. That is okay. That is okay.
Let
Cool.
me see your
It look like your
driver's
supervisor's
license,
coming
and
right
then
here.
And then
Sir,
you'll wait for my supervisor.
Sir, listen. Let me tell you something. You gonna get you about to get ready to know who I am. But for what you did, if this was a traffic stop, that was not a traffic stop because, sir, when I stopped at the stop sign, was turning to come to my house. You blue light me. You did not blue light me. You blue light me when I pulled in my driveway. You blue light me when I got in my driveway. You pulled behind me to conduct the traffic stop. That's what you did, sir. That's what you did, sir. But we'll request for your body cam and dash cam, sir.
This was running, and that was running the entire time.
Okay, but sir, again, I was at the stop sign. You were coming from that way. You initiated your blue lights. Not in to do a traffic stop. I was able to turn. That's not a traffic stop.
Okay. You rolled your window down, and I hit my siren, and then you continued driving.
I did not for you. I was rolling my window up. You did not blue light me and get behind me, sir, until I put into my driveway. Until I put into my driveway. All right. Well, we get your body cam and all that.
As one could recall earlier, however, is that as soon as the officer turned on his siren, the civilian's vehicle halted to a stop, indicated by his car's glowing red lights. By stating that he wasn't adhering to his traffic stop, this would be the second time the officer was lying to the driver.
Is this your supervisor right here?
Nope.
It's not your supervisor either?
Nope.
Okay. So now we got the whole force out here for what you said, alleged traffic stop, right?
Traffic stop.
Okay.
So you're going to delay
Name and badge number?
Officer Salva.
So let me ask you this: What's your SOP say?
Can I answer your question?
No,
first?
let me. You didn't ask because I never asked the question. If it was a traffic stop, why didn't you not come up to my car and say? Why didn't you not come to my car and say I'm Officer Sport and this is a traffic stop? Why did you immediately come up here and tell me to get out of my car, sir?
I didn't. I asked you for your driver's license.
Okay, why you asking for my driver's license? Tell me why you asked me for my driver's license.
Because I'm conducting a traffic stop.
Okay, for what? What offense?
Reckless driving.
Reckless driving.
Yes.
Why did you not start the beginning with that? I'm Officer Salas, whatever your name is, with Chatham County Police Department, and this is a traffic stop for this violation.
Because
that was never done.
Because you pulled off from me after
I never pulled off. If that's the case, then you're trying to say I'm fleeing to Lou. I pulled into my driveway, bro.
Okay.
This is my house.
Okay.
You came from that way, so where the hell you got me reckless driving if you came from that way? So you in the neighborhood for something else. I'm just getting off work, and you think you see my car, and you think I'm a part of the bullshit.
No.
Because you can't say I was reckless driving. You coming from that way.
I absolutely can. Based on your speed through a neighborhood.
What was my speed?
Doesn't matter.
What was my speed?
Doesn't matter.
It does matter because you saying that I was speed. What was my speed?
I will testify to it in court.
You would testify to it in court. What was my speed, sir?
I don't need to tell you that.
You need to tell me if you said I was speeding because you're supposed to be giving me a ticket, right?
I said reckless driving.
Reckless driving? What's reckless driving, sir? Reckless driving is a high rate of speed, but you coming from that way. How can you say I'm coming from reckless speed?
Not always.
Reckless speed.
Not always.
Hey, bro, you're real funny, but I can't wait till your supervisor get here, and I can't wait to get your dash cam and your body cam.
Absolutely.
You don't know who I am.
I don't need to know.
But I'm going to have a field day with you.
Absolutely.
Unable to get his story straight, the officer fumbled back and forth on what the actual reason for the stop was. On top of that, he refused to say what speed the man was driving at, since that would only expose his lies. With everything the officer was trying to do, and if he succeeded, he would land himself a misdemeanor charge for trying to falsely arrest someone. Unfortunately, though, officers generally have immunity to any false arrest claims.
You're still obstructing right now.
How am I obstructing? I'm asking you questions.
Me your driver's license.
I delayed giving you my driver because I'm asking you. We got to get an understanding. I delayed giving you my driver's license, but I never refused to give you my driver's license. I requested for a supervisor for this traffic stop to continue. But again, sir, you pull me over on my property where I initiated. Okay, sir. All right. Okay. You know what?
You can request a supervisor, but you cannot delay my traffic stop while you wait for a supervisor.
As I say, I hope you had everything and you're doing everything that you're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
Because we will definitely request this body cam.
Absolutely. I hope you do. That's your right.
And this dash cam.
Yes, sir.
But
absolutely.
it's reckless driving. If you're blue lighting me, you could have came on the intercom and said that you're initiating a traffic stop, sir.
My doesn't work right now.
Oh, well, so that's not my fault.
No, it's not.
But
it's
again,
not my fault either,
if you're doing a traffic stop,
you rolled your window down, and I was going to tell you, but then you rolled it up and pulled off. Which is all recorded.
Okay, but again, you never told me that you was pulling me over.
My blue lights and sirens is
that you're turning the corner going that way. You could have been telling me that you're going to emergency.
I pointed directly at you.
You ain't pointing at me.
The dash camera recorded it. My car was stopped.
At me, bro.
My car was stopped in the road.
So you literally think I'm up 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm going to ignore you because I'm coming to my house. I'm just getting off work, sir. I don't have time to play with you.
That's fine. That's
Fuck.
perfectly fine.
Bro,
May I
you
see your driver's
funny.
license?
You funny as a y'all funny, bro.
Okay.
Y'all some. You don't want to be like, I'm gonna just let you know, you don't want to be like the last officer that tried with some bull.
See your driver's license.
This is
please.
bias-based police profiling. I
May
want you to know
your-
that.
Thank you, sir. Do you have your proof of insurance?
I don't have to have you run my
Georgia
fucking
law requires proof
run
of
it in the
insurance.
register, sir.
Do
Run
you-
it
do
in
you
your
have your
system.
proof of insurance?
I never have to show my insurance card. Run
Joe,
my
asked
car.
Every single
Run the
person
car.
on every single traffic
Run
stop,
the
same
car.
question.
There's my license.
Do you have your proof of insurance?
There's my license.
Are you not willing to provide proof of
There's
insurance?
my license.
Okay,
Run
thank
my
you,
name.
sir.
Run my name. There's my license.
Once the officer approached his vehicle, he had his partner check the license. Fortunately for him, when he found out about it made him very happy.
Yeah.
License suspended.
Is it?
Swear so.
Ah,
Wait.
awesome. Good to know. He's already going to jail for obstruction, so.
Yep. That's good.
Suspended.
He's suspended.
Yep. Can I talk to you, or you want to wait?
Oh, wait, please, supervisor.
Okay, that's fine.
71.
69. The vehicle flying through Laurel Green. As soon as they pulled up on it, they ran on foot, but they never gave a freaking direction, so I didn't know where they were running.
I mean, I stopped because I was the only one in the area.
Yeah. I thought this was going to be a second vehicle, but he flew down the street. And then I literally went, pointed directly at him, lights and sirens. He starts rolling down his window. Huh? Yeah. Or he knows him. Oh yeah. He's got a suspended license.
Although the officer now had a legitimate reason to conduct his traffic stop, it would never have been valid due to his previous unlawful activity, stopping the driver without probable cause. Moreover, while the officer could detain him for a suspended license, he could not add obstruction charge or reckless driving charges since his own body cam footage debunks both. Sometime later, though, the officer's supervisor arrived at the driveway. Before he talked with the driver, however, the arresting officer gave him an inaccurate summary of the events that transpired.
Alright. So I'm coming into the neighborhood here, and as I'm pulling in, I see a car coming this way, down this side street there, at an extreme high rate of speed. So I immediately turn my blue lights on. He stops at the stop sign. He's at the stop sign. I'm kind of like this. Put my takedowns on. He starts rolling his window down. So I go to roll my window down. He rolls it up and then whips it in here. So I pulled in behind him, and
You're in the back?
yeah, he's suspended, and he refused to give his ID for like the first half of the traffic stop.
He gave it to you now?
Yep, got it now, which comes back suspended.
Is this his house?
It doesn't come back to the license on house, but he said he lives here.
Okay.
But he wants supervisor. He said he's gotten another officer before, and he's gonna get another one. I don't know what that means, but
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Supervisor.
I am. Sergeant Quill.
So I really don't deal with like low rank officers everywhere, kind of like hostile and stuff like that. I kind of have bad interactions. The officer called himself on the traffic stop. Actually, he was coming in that way over the stop sign. He turned on his blue lights. He did not make no contact if he was blue lighting out. They pulled into my driveway, turned my car off. He walked up to the car, started talking to the person. Not knowing there's a traffic stop. Requested you immediately. Let's not go on until you got here. See, he's telling me I'm an obstruction. I can be arrested for obstruction, all that, because he said I'm delaying the traffic stop. I request for a supervisor. I just want to speak to a supervisor. I'd rather not deal with people, especially if we are already coming off, if we're on the wrong foot, because you're claiming that you did the traffic stop. Whatever. At this point.
Not only could he ask for a supervisor, but he could also ask to follow that same sergeant down to the police station in case he felt like they were going to arrest him anyway. After explaining his side of the story, the man spoke regarding his suspended license.
Whatever he wanted to do for now. But I did, as I was waiting here, I did overhear him say something about my license suspended. I will tell you this, I did not know my license was suspended. I actually worked at Georgia Port. I'm a longshoreman. I just got off work. And I actually worked off my driver's license. And I just paid the ticket. And I was just looking at my point. When he said it, I actually looked it up, and my license was suspended. I did not know that up until now, but I wouldn't have had to pick one here like the last pink slip of, I think I just paid like a super speeder fine or whatever. And I think it just, whatever just happened, it just started like this week. But I did not know that. I just wrote several jurisdictions between Georgia Port, Garden City, Chatham County, and Savannah. And I didn't know that. But again, whatever he was talking about, he was coming from that way. He just put his blue lights on. I'm thinking something going on in the area, especially when I see the amount of officers in the area. Yeah. And that he was just trying to go through something, not initiating a traffic stop. Like I said, I'm at the stop sign, I stopped. They was even pulling my driveway. That's when he pulled behind me. That's when I realized that he activated his blue lights. Yeah.
The man's intuition would actually be correct. As one may recall earlier, the officer was in the area trying to catch someone else, but stopped this civilian and thought he'd be the second person doing the same thing as his initial suspect. Not only that, but when the driver proposed this theory to the officer, he flat out denied it. In any case, upon hearing his story, the sergeant asked whether the man would step out of the vehicle.
Well, anytime there is blue lights, that is a traffic stop.
You think? Yeah, I'm good.
I just saw your issue.
Oh, no, there's no weapon.
Gotcha. Well, anytime blue lights and siren are activated, it is a traffic stop.
Even if they coming from a direction of he's literally turning.
Yeah, so he's probably trying to turn in order to pull you up. So you saw you going down a high rate of speed through the neighborhood.
Okay. I don't see how you can see that coming from that the street like that. That is, but that's what body cam dash cam for. So,
I'm Sergeant. What was your name?
My name is Malik Jones.
Jones?
Malik Jones.
Nice to meet you. So, Mr. Jones, what we're going to do now, we're going to get some tickets, okay? All right. But for now, just because of how the encounter's going, tensions are kind of high. I'm going to ask you to step out of the vehicle, and we're going to do these tickets at the back of the vehicle. We're going to verify some info, okay? You mind stepping out for me?
Oh, my God. All right.
Agreeing to step out of the car, the man followed the officer a few steps away and stood with his back against his car. The sergeant stated that he would now ask him some questions and would want his honest answers on each of them.
So you're longshoreman from the port?
Yes, sir.
Are you leaving work currently? What's going on?
I'm just leaving work.
You're just leaving work? Okay. This is your house? Yes. Do you live here with anybody else, or do you live here alone?
That's none of your business.
Okay. Well, is this the address on your driver's license?
No, it's not the address on my driver's license.
9-1 is talking to my suspect.
I'm going to talk with Officer Salver real quick, and I'll come back to talk.
The two discussed the traffic stop while the sergeant advised on how to handle the matter. However, what he couldn't account for were the sprinkled in lies the arresting officer would tell him, mainly how the man was speeding.
So at least obstruction and driving suspended, because there's two different suspensions.
Well, I would get them for what you were originally pulling over for.
Yeah, we're reckless driving. I mean, coming through here at the speed he was going. Which I didn't pick up his speed, but I mean, I visually could tell it was extreme. It was a high rate of speed for a neighborhood.
Now, the time limit on the delay can be interpreted, it's kind of up to interpretation. So, how did he delay you?
By not giving it, let's back. By not giving his driver's license. I mean, he obstructed by not giving a driver's license when I requested it, and then I asked him to step out of the vehicle multiple times, and he did not. He said, "I'm waiting for a supervisor," which he can wait for a supervisor, but you also cannot obstruct. Because I've read up on that on multiple times. And,
I just want to hear.
No, of course.
Yeah.
And you can't. You can obviously wait for a supervisor, but you have to at least give me your identification.
After that, the arresting officer pulled out some papers and stated what the man would be officially charged with and could fight against in court. However, unsurprisingly, the two argued over the speeding charge.
Signing is not an admission of guilt. First citation. What's wrong?
Reckless driving.
So,
he the man just said
driving at a high rate of speed through a neighborhood, and through a residential neighborhood.
Wait,
Okay.
where's the speed? What's the speed?
So
what speed was I doing?
I don't have to conduct a speed on you. Go ahead. If you want to pull it out while I tell you, that's perfectly fine.
I want to record
And
this,
then
bro.
you can look up. Listen, you can look up. Here's the code section right here. So feel free to look this. Feel free to look this up afterwards, and you'll be able to see the code section for reckless driving. And speed is not the only factor to be considered reckless driving. Okay, there's a lot to this. Okay, signing is not a admission of guilt. Just saying you understand you can come to court, which I assume you want to. It's perfectly fine. 17 September at 9 a.m. at 133 Montgomery Street. Okay. Second one, it's going to be driving while suspended or revoked. Okay. Again, signing is not an admission of guilt. Just saying you understand you have a court date, or you can pay these citations if you choose to. All right. And then we're just waiting on a license suspension form.
Yeah, you have a dash cam on him?
Yep. There's a dash cam.
You got a radar on that too?
Yep. Got it right on. Let me get out your way there.
135.
Yep. No problem. If you don't mind, I'll just have you wait up here for me though, while we finish this traffic stop.
Fed up with this, the man went back to his vehicle and began complaining to another officer. Here, the officer tried to excuse his peer's actions by talking about the hectic situation regarding a different suspect.
Demeanor, avoid, rudeness. Yeah, that's what rudeness and promotion. Yeah, that's really what I look. I got everybody SOP.
There is public.
Yeah.
But I'm just,
I appreciate
when you start quoting shit, man, you gotta be on point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm the wrong guy.
Dude, I ain't gonna front though.
I'm the wrong guy to
so
be
let me tell you,
quoting
I don't really
policies.
have. So I mean, I have a problem with y'all, but it don't be as much. But I would say y'all officer really kind of started like my. I had a wrongful arrest in 2018. I don't hate cops. Just don't get me wrong. Like, I really want. Like I'm really somebody that's in the community and stuff like that. I just like. Again, I talk about accountability. You know, like you gonna hold me
Here's
accountable.
one thing I would ask you to understand. So it's really late, right? It's really dark out. We get a high priority call, right? They give a vehicle description. Your vehicle matches that description. The officer sees you going through a residential area. What he determines at a high rate of speed. He doesn't have to clock you. It's what he determines, and he affects a traffic stop. Now listen.
You know what that sound like now? Your body cam on?
Yeah.
Everybody cam
So
on?
it's not an excuse. So if he approaches you, it's a complete.
I got you. Is that what you're saying?
You know, I'll make sure everybody cam on.
It's a complete different scenario. So our elevation of orders are a little bit different.
So basically,
because of the call we have, and it's a pretty serious call. Okay, it's a very serious call that we got responded out here to. Very serious call. So our tactics and our demeanor and the way we position ourselves is going to be completely different than how I pull you over and I'm just making contact with you because you're speeding. Okay, so it's a heightened level of security and safety for everybody. Okay, so the call that we were responding to that has a description of a black vehicle like yours heightens his
However, that does not excuse how an officer would escalate a situation and forget their department's de-escalation policy. On top of that, it certainly doesn't excuse how the officer falsely guessed the speed of the car and tried to detain someone based on that.
but you know what you're telling me, right? You know what you're telling me, right?
What?
Basically, I was profiled.
No,
Basically, because
that's not
my car matched the
That's not-
description.
no.
He needed a reason. He needed a reason
Well, hold
to
on.
blue light me
No,
to
it's not
initiate a
profiling.
stop.
Hold on. So he's explaining what he believed. The vehicle description had nothing to do with it. The vehicle, I don't know if he knows, but the vehicle that we got called out for, they already found that vehicle. When I saw you, I was looking for somebody on foot, and I witnessed your vehicle driving at a high rate of speed through a residential area. Okay.
High rate of speed. You don't got no radar. That's
You
the
don't
fucking
got radar.
speed.
So I am
You can't tell the
I'm
speed
radar
to see
and
it's about-
hold on.
You can be radar certified, but I can't tell how fast the car's
So-
They
going now.
actually teach people
In radar school,
Absolutely.
you have to guess the speed to even graduate the class. You have to be within 5 miles an hour on like 60 attempts. Okay, that's part of the training.
So you
It's
you a
visual.
traffic guy or you a cop?
I'm a traffic. I do both, but I'm a traffic guy.
You
I know
understand.
somebody that works.
There's case law after case law after
It
case
is.
law
Well, listen.
with officers that stop people by estimated speed. I mean, if this speed limit, I would imagine this is residential area, so by
25.
law it's 25 miles an hour. It's very easy to see someone driving with a supposed speed limit of 25.
And yet, the body cam footage alone shows how the officer's guess was completely off in this case. Regardless, things started coming to a close as the officers were wrapping things up.
Oh, so you cut me a real good break tonight, huh?
Well, my sergeant spoke to me and we worked it out to where you go home tonight, you're in your driveway, you're already here, we're not on the middle of the road somewhere, so the situation is a little bit different, but...
You would have caught me right there, you probably took me to jail.
No, I mean, you're right there, so I mean, you're in front of your home. But if you're on 204, on a random spot on 204, it's a little bit different.
This is crazy. I had a super speeder, I had two. Had a super speeder, and I just paid one of the fines, the ticket, no, the $200 DMV. Yeah, and that must be what happened. But I'm like, I just paid it. They didn't send anything. And I think somebody said it wasn't served. I'm like, what the fuck?
They don't send anything.
You get my money and then you suspend my license. But that's my livelihood.
Yeah. They may have sent, so I heard you say that your license address wasn't the same as this address?
Yeah, it's different.
They may have
it's on my other address, but I'll be checking it now. And like, that's normally where I found my stuff at the thing.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen anybody that's ever gotten a piece of mail like that. I mean, I'm sure they send them out, but very rarely do people.
That could have been real again, like you said.
This is it. Let me ask Pauline. He would know. The 1150.
Yep. Yep, that's it.
Okay, give me 2 seconds to fill this out. Yeah, I have it.
CRN though, so that I can.
So we're not doing a case report today. If I arrested you, there would have been a case report, but there's no report. It's just this the citation number is tied to the incident.
So that's why I get the body cam and the dash cam from, correct?
Yeah, so my name's on there and then the citation number, so they should be able to pull it from that and then the date of the citation. Appreciate it, John.
Once that info was given, the officers left the premises. While this incident was made public, there's no info as of the date of this recording as to what happened next. What is available, however, is footage of officers using an excessive amount of force on the victim of a car crash. On May 14, 2020, in Sebastian County, Arkansas, a woman by the name of Tyler U. McLean lost control of her vehicle and crashed through a fence. Emergency medical services personnel who happened to be in the area found her lying beside the vehicle, injured and disoriented. Somehow, though, in a state of confusion and daze, she got back up and attempted to repair her vehicle. The officer's response to that? Throw her on the ground and detain her.
Hey, give me this hand.
Not only was that an egregious misuse of force to begin with, but one could see that an officer was briefly pushing the weight of his knee on the back of her neck. Considering the nature of that move as a chokehold, it's clear that they violated the SCRJ model policy, which prohibits the use of chokeholds, broadly defining that term to include strangleholds, neck restraints, etc. It also prohibits all other methods of applying sufficient pressure to a person in any manner that intentionally makes breathing difficult or impossible. It also requires officers to avoid placing or leaving an arrested individual in a position that renders them prone to asphyxia. Consequently, they could be held liable for this dangerous move and be responsible for any injuries sustained by the already wounded victim.
Hey, listen to me. Listen. Hey. You gotta relax. You're putting my life in danger. No, you gotta relax right now. No, you're the big grown-ass man. You're actually a woman. I'm a grown-ass woman, and you guys are sitting here holding me like a nigga. Okay. I'm not a man. Okay, well stop. Listen. Hey,
Kicking right now.
stop kicking.
I need you to calm down and I'll get off of you.
Considering that the officers held her in a position that made it difficult for her to breathe, it was perfectly reasonable that Mrs. McLean thought that they were endangering her life. This, along with failing to adhere to the aforementioned policy, plays into how they violated an internationally applicable human rights policy, which states, law enforcement officials shall ensure the full protection of the health of persons in their custody, and in particular, shall take immediate action to secure medical attention whenever required.
Listen, you can't
Okay.
kick
No,
us.
I don't care if you're a cop or not. You don't put your hands on like this on nobody.
Okay.
I have PTSD,
Okay, listen.
ADHD,
Listen.
all different kind of shit. And you got your hands on me
Okay,
like
listen, because you're trying to kick
this.
us.
Get off of me!
You're absolutely trying to kick us. Okay.
Oh my God.
Listen to me. What's your name?
Tyler McClain, Tyler.
Is your name Tyler?
Get the
Listen to me.
Oh!
Tyler, listen to me. Talk to me. You're okay. Can you talk to me?
You just want to make money off of black people and shit!
Not at all.
Listen to me.
Racist ass mother-
Stop trying to
Oh
kick
my
us.
God!
Anybody have
Oh, yeah, about you guys!
Anybody have shackles?
Oh, I wish I never came!
Okay. I don't know.
Y'all can have food? Y'all want food? But y'all really do it. Y'all can shut my mouth. Get the f off of me.
Stop.
Oh my God.
Hey,
You're turning me into somebody that don't want me.
Tyler, listen to me real quick.
Get off of
Hey,
me.
Tyler, listen to me.
Get off of me because you guys are not helping the situation. You're not helping the situation.
You're not helping the situation.
You guys are helping me at all.
Listen, if
I don't need you guys here.
you just
I
calm
don't
down.
need you guys here.
Okay, you wrecked out into a field. You definitely, we
You're not
gotta
helping
be.
me right now. You're acting all sweet at first, and you're not.
Okay, well, whenever I asked you to step out of the car about 20 times and you
My
didn't even look
car?
at me.
Do you pay car insurance? Do you
Listen,
purchase out your shit?
listen, as soon as you calm
I'm
down,
not
I'm gonna
gonna
get you up,
say,
okay?
no. Get your guy buddy off of me.
Well, he's not because you're still trying to
No, I'm listening to you. Well,
kick us. Okay,
I'm
that's
not.
fine.
What's strange to note here is that even though it was medical services that found Miss McLean first, they are nowhere in sight treating her. Despite knowing that she was injured and disoriented, there was no call for a hospital made by any of the officers, nor any attempt to treat any injuries she had. Instead, their first action was to pin her down on the ground like she was a common criminal.
Can you not try to kick us?
I want you to get off of me.
We're gonna have to get over that fence, and I don't want to have to carry you. Okay? You good right now? Can we stand up? You're fine. Are you gonna be cool if you stand up? Okay.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
This was unnecessary. Fake ass man. Fake ass cop.
Well, at least you're not yelling right now. I'm glad you calm down a little bit.
Get the off
Hey,
of me.
stop.
Okay.
Get the off of me.
Well, we're gonna have to cut this
Get
in.
the fuck
Okay,
off of
that's the
me.
bottom line.
Oh my
So-
God.
Let me go this way.
Get off of me.
Despite their efforts to calm her down, Miss McLean refused to do so, most likely agitated by her injuries and awkward position. For their next course of action, one of the officers called over more of his peers and discussed what to do next.
Okay, so change of plan. Yeah. So she's trying to kick us, she's resisting. We need to cut this fence, okay, first of all. Do you have anything to cut the fence with? Okay. We're gonna have to bring her this way, first of all. Okay. We need to, I don't know what we're gonna do with the dog, man, I really don't. Hey, sir.
Yeah.
You said you had wire cutters? Could you cut this fence for us, please?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, we might be able to. Hang on. It's not gonna go down, is it? I'm trying to figure out, we don't have a way out, and the way she's acting right now. Okay, maybe just cut it off this.
Although she never permitted them to, the officers searched through her pockets to see what she had. It must be noted that an officer may only search you or your persons if there is probable cause to do so. However, since the only crime here was a mere accident, the officers were violating her fourth constitutional rights by going through her personal belongings.
So, she's obstructed, she's resisted.
She's scratching myself. Yeah.
Please stop bending my arms.
Hey, listen. Hey,
Please stop bending my arms.
Tyler, listen. You need to
Please stop bending my arms.
Hey, listen. You need to cooperate with us, all right?
Please stop bending
Hey,
my arms.
can you cooperate?
Please stop bending my arms.
Okay, I understand. Can you cooperate?
Please stop bending my arms.
Oh, nobody's bending your arms.
Yes, you is.
Can you cooperate?
Someone did.
Can you cooperate?
Like, what the fuck?
Lift up now.
Stand up. Can I get a spit mask? Is there an access where somebody could drive a Tahoe in here? All right, well, just do this the hard way.
Pull it on me right now.
Now let's walk like an adult walk. Come on.
Stop!
Hey. I just need some people to give us some light. Okay. Give us some light. We're just gonna walk at a nice, easy pace. Okay. Hey, nope. You can't put your head up. You're just gonna walk forward. Come on. Come on. Hey, get through so I can line. Squeeze in, tighten up. Come on. Hey, the more you cooperate, the less this is gonna hurt. I know. Let's just go through the weeds. Go through the weeds.
While one may argue that it was her own fault that she got hurt here, another may beg to differ. Not only did Miss McLean not want the officers to carry her to begin with, but it was not wise for the officers to prop up the victim of a car crash. On top of that, their method of carrying her was carrying her by her arms as the rest of her body dragged on the ground. Despite having multiple officers present who could work together to lift her more suitably. This lack of care and negligence on the officer's part is what caused the victim to sustain even more injuries.
Go through the weeds. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Who's the nearest caller? 23? You good with her in there, Brent? Hold on. Hey, you need to get in this car, all right? Step up into this car, okay? Come on. Come on. You have to let go over at some point. Get in the car. Get in the car. Keep turning your head that way. Get in the car. Get in the car.
Stop touching on me.
Get in the car.
Please stop touching me.
I'm turning your head away. Get in the car. If you get in the car, we'll stop touching you. Get in the car.
Please bring me my dog.
Get in the car.
Please bring me my dog.
Get in the car.
Please bring me my dog.
Get in the car. Come on. Get in the car.
Stop bending my arm.
Get in the car.
This is not what police do.
Get in the car. Get in the car.
No!
What's her name again? Tyler McLean.
Unable to place her inside, the officers continued to try and shove an injured civilian into the back of a police vehicle, once again, instead of taking her to the hospital. At one point, however, the officer took things too far.
Tyler. Here, sit around. Hey, you need to sit up. Come on, get in the car.
Stop bending my arm!
Get in the car.
Stop choking me!
Get in the car.
Oh my God! Get your hands off of me!
Hey.
Get your hands
Turn
off
your
of
face
me!
away from me. I don't want you spitting on me.
No one's gonna spit on you!
Then get in the car.
Oh my God!
Get in the car.
Oh my God!
Get in the car.
This is how you treat me!
Get in the car.
Oh my God!
Please get in the car.
Do I have my phone now? Oh my gosh!
Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car. Hey, get in the car. Please get in the car.
Without warning, the officer tased the victim's knee, causing her to go ballistic. According to the ACLU's taser policy, a verbal warning of the intended use of the taser should precede its application, unless it would otherwise endanger the safety of officers or when it is not practical due to the circumstances. The purpose of the warning is to provide the individual with a reasonable opportunity to voluntarily comply and provide other officers and individuals with a warning that a taser may be deployed. Since he never warned that he would use a taser, the officer violated this policy and harmed an injured civilian even further.
Please get in the car. Please get in the car. Please get in the car. Tyler, please get in the car. Please get in the car. All you have to do is step your foot up on the step and get in the car, please. Get in the car, please. Please get in the car. Thank you very much. I've got an EMS coming out here to check you out to make sure you're not hurt from the wreck, okay? Okay. Crack the windows down.
They were just out here.
Brent. Crack the window down, just so there's some air flowing through in here. Did they get a chance to talk to her and check her out?
Yeah.
Well,
I called her.
get a hold of the car?
In the end, Miss McLean was wrongfully arrested on suspicion of 2 counts of second-degree battery, obstruction of governmental operations, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. Thankfully, though, the charges were later dropped. Around 2 years later, the victim filed a lawsuit against the officer seeking at least $3 million, while claiming that the defendants violated her rights under the U.S. Constitution and Arkansas state law in connection with the unjustified, excessive, unnecessary, and thereby entirely unreasonable use of force inflicted upon her. Despite the overwhelming evidence, all 3 officers denied the charges against them and put forth a qualified immunity defense in the federal civil rights lawsuit, the results of which are unknown at the time of this recording. It's a known fact that officers tend to stick their noses into matters where they aren't needed. A case in which this is prevalent occurred on October 18, 2024, in Apple Valley, Minnesota, where 2 officers stopped a civilian based on him acting suspicious after they received calls of him allegedly looking into people's cars. The following footage showcases what happened next.
Hey man,
Hey,
we just got a call that you were looking for vehicles and everything.
okay.
So what's that about?
I don't answer questions.
Okay.
I don't answer questions.
What's up?
I don't answer questions. I know, I don't answer it, though. No, definitely not. Actually, if you wanted to write some tickets, I found some cars over there that have expired tabs. Is that something you do?
They're in a private parking lot.
It's a public parking lot, though. It's taxpayer funded. Can you speak up so my camera can hear you?
If you're just gonna be difficult with this,
You came to me. You're being difficult for me.
I don't need the attitude.
I don't need the attitude.
I
Go
just
away.
had some concerned citizen because you were looking into cars that are obviously not yours. There's been a string of car break-ins.
At the police department?
This is not the police department.
What's going on?
That's what we're trying to figure out. What's going on with you?
What's your name?
What are you doing out here?
What's your name?
My name is Nate. You're being investigated right now for peeking into cars and being up to no good. What are you doing?
I don't answer questions. Am I being detained?
Yeah, you are detained right now.
For what? Speak up.
I'll talk to the RP and figure out what thing I did.
The reason that he was unable to give an answer is because there was no real reason for his detainment. Based on one anonymous call stating that a person was looking into cars, the officers forcefully detained and started questioning a man despite there being no crime committed. The act of looking into a window could mean both good or bad things, so detaining someone with no evidence of a crime yet violates their rights.
I'm being detained right now?
Yeah, you are detained.
For what?
You talk to the RP.
Speak up, sir.
I'm not talking to you right now.
Well, you need to tell me
No,
why
I
I'm
don't.
being
I'm talking
detained.
to her right now.
You need to tell me why I'm being detained, because it's an illegal detainment.
No, it's not.
It's an illegal detainment because you can't tell me why
No,
you're detained.
we're being investigated right now for possibly tampering with motor vehicles. There you go. Any other questions?
I'm being detained for tampering with motor vehicles?
That
or
is correct.
suspicion? Suspicion?
It's suspicion of tampering with motor vehicles.
Is suspicion a crime?
It's,
Suspicion is not a crime. Suspicion is not a
I
crime.
didn't say suspicion, so.
She did.
Anyways,
Suspicion is only the grounds for possible arrest, not a criminal offense itself. On top of that, one officer was stating that he was being detained for suspicion, and the other was stating that they were tampering with vehicles, making it clear that neither knew what excuse to use for this stop. Either way, the officers were obviously violating the man's fourth constitutional rights, which protects him against unlawful seizures.
what's your name?
Is that your buddy over there?
I don't know who that is. I think he just wants to watch the show.
Well, it's not a very good show. So,
I know, it's got two shitty characters right here.
the reason why we're here is just people called and said that they saw you peering and messing around
And
with
you
cars.
already said that. Do you have anything new to say?
So,
Do you have anything new to say?
that's why we're here.
Alright, well, I'm being detained. I'd like to know why.
I just wanted you.
Okay, I'm being detained for suspicion of tampering. Is that correct?
Right now, you are being detained because we got called here that there was a person that matches your description that was peeking in and potentially tampering with vehicles. So right now, we're trying to figure that out.
For what? No, if you just step away, we're trying to figure out what's going on. Dude, stop making it. Dude,
Leave him alone. Yeah, that's right. Keep it pushing.
trying to be arrested for obstruction? No. So just
Yeah. Why don't you go arrest him for obstruction? Is that really what you think you're gonna do right now? You're gonna arrest him for obstruction? What is that? 30 feet away?
Unsurprisingly, she cannot do that, since Minnesota isn't a stop and identify state. Minnesotans don't have to provide their information unless the police have probable cause. Considering that they not only couldn't agree on what to detain him for, but also falsely accused him of tampering, it was obvious that they had no probable cause to arrest him.
Nope. You gotta take me to jail.
is that really worth it, my guy?
Yeah, let's do it.
If
take me to
not,
jail.
I'm telling you right now.
Well, you're full. You know you
I'm
can't.
telling you right now.
You'll lose your qualified immunity, and I'll get a bunch of money.
What are you talking about?
Well, if you don't know, you should try reading.
Okay, you're just trying to be some big dude saying.
I'm
big
not.
words.
I'm sitting down. You're standing next to me with weapons and armor. I'm not a big dude. I'm literally sitting down.
And I'm not a big person either.
I never said you were.
Listen, can I just explain this to you real quick?
Sure.
Imagine somebody was messing with your car in your driveway. and that
Well,
neighbor
we're
called,
not
right?
in a
Just listen to me,
driveway.
just
We're at
listen
the
to me quick.
police
I understand
department.
that. Let me just explain to you why
No,
we're here.
I'm not. I don't want to
We
listen.
didn't
I
just
don't.
stop here because we wanted to talk to you.
I don't
We
care.
got called here because someone matching your description was messing with vehicles. We came to investigate it. You matched the description. We're here. I don't see any damage.
Okay.
So, as far as I'm concerned, you're good to go.
Okay. Well, leave me alone.
We don't have. I'm just explaining.
Be on
why
your way.
you're
You're literally blocking a fire lane for a non-emergency. Get the out of here. Doc. It's not an emergency. It's not an emergency.
It doesn't need to be an emergency for me to park right there.
It doesn't have to be an emergency to block an emergency fire lane.
Blocking it.
No parking, fire lane.
Though his attitude wasn't the best, the civilian wasn't saying anything wrong. Not only did the officer basically say that the man was free to go, making this detainment even more unlawful, but they were currently violating a road law by parking in a no parking zone. Regardless, the officers tried to brush this off and continued to justify their actions.
Not blocking anybody.
All right, is that what we're here for, or are you guys just here to harass me?
No, it wasn't harassment. It was a
all right, well, hurry the f up. I'm sick of this.
It was a lawful detention of why we're here investigating the activity.
Do you need something? I do not know. You'll have to go to a pharmacy for that. The medical building near the police station.
Is this a pretty serious detainment? How serious is this detainment? How serious is this detainment?
You have to go to like Walgreens or CVS.
Hey, pay
Can you
attention.
shut the f up?
No, I can't. You can shut the f
Go
up.
to Walgreens or CVS.
Get the f away from me.
Yep.
Am I being detained?
You want to talk to me longer?
No.
Okay.
Just so you know, if you get caught.
I don't need any instructions.
Okay.
I'm not going to listen to
act
any
like a
directives.
fucking adult.
You're
Stop
dismissed.
looking
You're
through-
dismissed.
Stop.
I'm going to do it as soon as you leave.
Okay,
As soon as you
If you're
leave.
tampering with motor vehicles, then I will arrest you.
If I what?
If you're tampering with motor vehicles,
I
will
never
arrest
was
you.
and I never will. I don't
So
need any
don't.
directives. I don't need any directives. You're dismissed.
Okay, Dave, we can get on to
You have a good day.
You're dismissed.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
After a long and agonizing period, the officers finally left the man alone. Be sure to check out our previous video where we cover another outrageous police encounter